Hello, welcome to High Ground Gaming. This is Eric, my co-host Mr. Brody, bringing you another game for the 1978 Red Sox season using Strat-omatic baseball. We got two more games until the All-Star break. Originally I thought there was only one more game left, but there was a doubleheader on Saturday, July 8th. This one was one of them was a makeup game from the earlier in the season. I believe we had a rainout of a game in Cleveland. So this is the makeup game here, or one of them is anyway. And we're going to have Jim Wright on the mound. So I believe this one is the makeup game because Jim Wright is pitching, getting a spot start. And David Clyde, I believe it's David Clyde, will be pitching for the Cleveland Indians. Mr. Brody is in his co-host seat. He's ready to go here on this Saturday after Black Friday. We're still debating whether or not to get some seasons, trying to shift around our budget there so we can afford to get some inside pitch seasons, as well as possibly a couple of games from Steam, maybe some looking at a lot of like simulation type games like Airport CEO and Airport Tycoon, and another one is another brick in the mall is what we've been looking at, or how to build like stores and stuff like that. So maybe feature some of those games on our channel, and possibly American Truck Simulator. Yes, American Truck Simulator. Find that very relaxing. We have the original American Euro Truck Simulator, the original version. We got that in a Humble Bundle pack. I think it was Humble Bundle. Either that or Bundle Stars, I think it might have been, maybe. We got the original, which doesn't have a lot of bells and whistles in it, but it was pretty fun, delivering goods and stuff. And we may pick up the American Truck Simulator and the Euro Truck Simulator 2, possibly. We'll see, though. We'll see if our budget, that sale goes on through Tuesday around noontime, so we'll see if it's in our budget or not. But we definitely like to pick up some inside pitch seasons, and possibly. And another thing too is definitely a couple of packs for our Diamond Mine baseball, so we can use that a little bit more too. And we haven't forgotten about our 77 season 2 using Out of the Park baseball. So a lot of good stuff happening on the channel here. We'll be starting to get more other sports in other than baseball. Although we will be continuing baseball, but we'll definitely work on our other sports too. But anyway, enough of my blabbing. Let's get this game underway.
Welcome to the stadium for today's ball game.
Alrighty, play ball as Miss Mags has joined me on my lap here. We definitely have to get her a co-host seat. Go right next to Mr. Brody over there. So alright, so it is David Clyde on the mound for the Cleveland Indians. He has a record of 0-1 on the season with a 4.32 ERA. 58 innings pitched, 76 hits allowed. 23 walks and 14 strikeouts, and has 44 strikeouts, sorry, and 2 home runs surrendered. So it's kind of interesting to see. He was 8-11 on the actual season with a 4.29 ERA. It's kind of interesting now as we're getting into July how their stats so far in the replay are comparing to their actual stats, and they're actually pretty much measuring up quite well for the most part. You have some little discrepancies here and there, but that's bound to happen, as it is odds and rolling the dice and percentages and all that stuff. So, but over time though, it's just showing how good the Strat-o-matic engine is, and that's really the test of a game, to see how accurate it replays over a season or two. So as we start to finish seasons in our second year, so we've been around since it'll be a year in January. We've been doing Higher Ground Gaming has been around, so it'll be interesting to see as we start to complete some of these seasons how they compare. And that, again, that's the real test is if it's fun or not. That's the main thing. And after that, really high up on the list is how accurately does it represent seasons over time. And like I said, you're gonna have your discrepancies, but for the most part, the stats should even out pretty close. So we're definitely gonna be interested to see, as we head into the later months of the season, how the stats play out. So alright, so thank you for joining me, and let's get this game underway. So Rick Burleson will lead it off for the Red Sox, followed by Frank Duffy getting another start at second. Jim Rice. So Jerry Remy has the second game of the doubleheader off. Jim Rice, the left fielder, will bat third. And actually, Yastrzemski has the day off, so Dwight Evans will be batting cleanup and playing right field. A little different type of lineup here. Ooh, Bob Bailey batting fifth and DHing. Oh, wow, that's the highest I've ever seen him bat in batting order. And Bob Montgomery behind the plate batting sixth. Fred Kendall, the first baseman, batting seventh. Jack Brohammer at third base batting eighth. And oh no, and Sam Bowen getting a start in center field. So we have literally a makeshift lineup. We only have three of our regular starters in there. Burleson at short, Evans in right field, and Jim Rice in left field. So this could be a very interesting game. We can pull this game out, man. That will be somewhat of a management accomplishment. So Mr. Brody, I'm going to need your help on this one, especially at third base coaching there, if we can get a guy to third base. We'll see. We'll see how our defense is. Well, at least Hobson isn't there defensively, so we have a shot. As Butch Hobson, I think, continues to be out, I think, on the DL. So, alright, so Burleson steps into plate. He's got a .280 average. He had the first game of the doubleheader off with a homer and 32 runs batted in. So it's going to be off the one column. And that's going to be a ground ball to Verizon at short. And Cleveland themselves has a little different type of a lineup here. Ted Cox, the former Red Sox, is in left field. He was DH for the Red Sox in the '77 season. Well, part-time DH. Rest of the lineup, speed, Horace, Speed, and center. Other than that, it looks pretty standard. Alright, so Frank Duffy up now. His average has seen a dip now that he's gotten a couple starts here. .289 with 9 runs batted in. Started out really well, but it's coming more back to down to earth. So here's the windup and the pitch by Clyde. And that's going to be a ground ball to Thorne at first. Flips this Clyde covering. So 2 quick outs in the first. Brings up Jim Rice. He homered in the last game in extra innings to give the Red Sox a walk-off victory. He's hitting now .320 with 26 homers and 70 runs batted in. See if he can go back-to-back games with homers. And that's going to be a fly ball to Cox in left field. He's a 4 range. And it's going to be a double for Rice. And an E2, so he's going to come around the score. So Rice will score on the double and the 2-base error. So Rice does it all by himself. It wasn't a home run, but it has the same effect as a home run. So an unearned run for the Red Sox. It's been a while since I don't think I've ever seen something like that. Double and then a 2-base error to score. So Evans up now with the bases empty and 2 down with the Red Sox up 1-0. Evans getting a chance to bat cleanup today. He's hitting .265 with 13 homers and 42 runs batted in. And he'll draw a walk. So Clyde a little bit rattled by that. Play by Rice and the error by Cox. So that brings up Bob Bailey now. Bob Bailey's card isn't so bad against lefties. A lot of walks on there. See if he can get on base. And when you want him to be on his card, it's not. And he'll strike out swinging. So Bob Bailey does what he does best. Makes it out. So, alright, so we head to the bottom of the first with the Red Sox up 1 by a score of 1-0. Not technically not 1-0 yet, as Cleveland has not been up. I hate when they say that. That's 1-0. Of course it's going to be 1-0. Because of course it's going to be nothing for the other team. But they haven't even had a at bat yet. So anyway, Jim Wright on the mound. Jim Wright with a record of 6-3, 4.14 ERA, 63 innings pitched, 79 hits allowed, 19 walks and 34 strikeouts, and 7 homers allowed. The Indians' lineup is as follows. Paul Dade will be the right fielder batting first. Dwayne Kuiper, the second baseman, bats second. The third baseman, Buddy Bell, will bat third. Batting cleanup is the first baseman, Andre Thornton. Bernie Carbo, the DH, batting fifth. Gary Alexander behind the plate, batting sixth. Horace Speed gets a start in center, and he'll bat seventh. Ted Cox, a start in left, batting eighth. He's already committed an error today. And Tom Verizza, the shortstop, bats ninth. So corners are playing in for Dade. Dade hitting .230 with 3 homers and 26 runs batted in. Already has more RBIs than he did for the season. So here's the pitch by Wright. It's going to be on the 4 column. And that's going to be a fly ball to center. Normally you would consider that an out, but not today with Bowen playing center. We'll see if he can get to it. Nope. So already the Red Sox defense lets him down. At least he's not committed an error though. Pretty bad for E25. So Bowen is unable to get to it, and Dade is on with a leadoff double. So Red Sox pitchers have got their work cut out for them today with this defense, especially in the infield and the center field. Up the middle is pretty weak other than Burleson. And behind the plate is a liability too with Monty catching. So Kuiper up now. Kuiper hitting .270 with 22 runs batted in. Dade gets his lead off second. Wright looks him back. Here's the windup in the pitch. And that'll be a line out to a soft liner to Duffy for out number 1. So Buddy Bell up now. Bell hitting .315 with 4 homers and 41 runs batted in. It's going to be off the 1 column. That'll be a ground ball to short. Burleson looks Dade back and throws to Kendall for the out. The Red Sox are 1 out away from getting out of it with no damage. But they'll have to get past Andre Thornton. He's been struggling, but I believe he did hit a home run in the last game. Hitting .211 with 12 homers and 36 runs batted in. Here's the windup and the pitch. And it's a strikeout. So the Red Sox, after 1 full, lead at 1-0. Another thing I noticed too is that having played all these different PC games, PC versions of the games that really have a solid cards and dice version tend to be the better PC games overall. Other games might be a great value, like the Action PC and Digital Diamond Baseball. But those that have a good cards and dice background seem to be the better games, with the exception of Diamond Mine Baseball, which has a terrific engine and does not really have a cards and dice specific background. Even the National Pastime 3 has a cards and dice variant in the background, and hopefully we'll get that going again, I've emailed Cyrus and because I've had an issue with it, running it. So hopefully we can get that going soon. But the more I play of these games, the more even though the interface of this game is dated, it still has excellent gameplay. It's definitely a game I will come back to, and I can understand why so many people, come back to this, have such a great following. But anyway, yeah, I definitely noticed that there is a big difference in the games that have that real solid engine. For a while, I just played this game. I didn't play any of the others. I was skeptical to play any of the other games because now if Payoff Pitch would come out with a PC version, I would definitely back that. That would be something I would like because I love the Payoff Pitch game. But yeah, probably this game, Payoff Pitch. Doesn't mean I don't like the other games. It's just that games like PC Replay Baseball was nice at first because it had a really nice interface and everything. But even with the adjustments I made to it through other users, I really could not get into it. Now, I'll play a game every once in a while of it, but Out of the Park I've come to appreciate better too. As I played it a little bit more, but that's really the only way to really get into a game, in my opinion, is if you want to keep coming back to it after like months or even years of play. If it has that desire to come back to, then it's got some value. But anyway, yeah. But being a math guy, really, the engine is the most important part to me, as it is for a lot of other people too. But anyway, we're in a blabby mode today because it's Saturday and I don't know. So anyway, Bob Montgomery up now. Montgomery hitting .286 with 4 runs batted in. Just 14 at bats on the season. Here's the windup and the pitch by Clyde. And that's a single pass for Isa, so Monty gets himself a single and a start today. But we're definitely going to have some issues scoring runs today as we have Fred Kendall up now. Kendall hitting .182 with 2 runs batted in. And with nobody out, I think we're going to have Kendall bunt if he's a decent bunter. We're going to have to try to manufacture runs today. Ooh, he's a deep bunter though. Let's just see what happens when we put the 72%. I think that's still higher. We got to go with that. I think that's still higher than his 182 average, and he's a candidate to hit into a double play. So, especially with a catcher and a catcher here, both catchers, that would be an easy double play and a ball hit to the infield. So, let's go for it. Let's try to put Monty in motion and try to stay out of the double play at least. Here we go. And a successful bunt by Kendall gets Monty into scoring position. And that'll bring up the number 8 hitter, Jack Brohammer. Brohammer hitting .283 on the season, 11 runs batted in. RBI opportunity for him. Gonna be off his 1 column. And he'll pop it up to third. So Brohammer cannot get the job done as he pops up the bell at third. There you go. First one was a foul ball, and the second one was a pop-up. So let's look at some scores from around the league. And these are the same scores as in the last game, so I'm not going to really read them. You can look at it if you like. So Sam Bowen up now. He pinch hit in the last game for his first at-bat of the season. Hit just 143 on the season, but that one hit was in 7 at-bats was a homer. So he does have a small spark of a home run on his card. Hopefully we can hit that, and we're not going to hit it here. Come on, walk. And he strikes out swing. So the Red Sox cannot manufacture a run there, and after 1.5, lead at 1-0. Hopefully Wright's on his A game today. We're going to have to definitely rely on the bullpen today. We didn't need it yesterday, but today we're definitely, in the first game, but we're most likely definitely going to need it in this game. But if we can get 6 innings out of Wright, that would be excellent. Alright, so Carbo up now with to lead it off for Cleveland in the bottom of the second. Carbo hitting .260 with 2 homers and 19 runs batted in. Here's the windup and the pitch. And that'll be a ground ball to Kendall. Takes it on a hop, flips to right, 1 down. So we definitely probably going to have some really interesting range checks. Although Kendall isn't bad arrow-wise, just range-wise, he's not going to get to a lot. Duffy's a liability and Bowen's a liability out there, so actually it's not that bad. Could be worse. Alright, so Gary Alexander up now. Hitting .284 with 16 homers and 59 runs batted in. Here's the windup and the pitch. It'll be off his 1 column. And this one could go. Rice goes back and it's going to be up against the wall. So Bowen dives for it and he misses it. And gets to it. And fires it into second. And so Alexander will have himself a 1-out double. That one almost got out of there. Horace Speed getting a start. He's had 42 at-bats in the season, hitting .333 with 8 runs batted in. Here's the windup and the pitch. And that'll be a strikeout looking. So 2nd K of the day for Wright. Brings up Ted Cox. .227 hitter with 10 runs batted in. So we have the 5 column of Wright. And it's going to be a 3-hopper to Duffy. Duffy scoops it up and fires the first for the out. So Alexander's double is wasted. And it remains 1-0 Boston after 2. So Burleson up now. Top of the order. Grounded out his first time up. And he'll fly out to Speed in center. Speeds over to get to it. 1 down in the Red Sox third. Frank Duffy up now, grounded out his first time up. And he's going to hit one between Cox and Speed. As it's over Speed's head. And Duffy will be on with a 1-out double. So RBI opportunity for Rice. Red Sox really need to make the most of this. Rice reached on a double and scored on it on an error, all on the same play by Cox. See what he can do here. We have the 3 column. And that's going to be a fly ball to left, so this won't get it done. Cox makes a running catch. Duffy holds at second. So it'll be up to Evans. Evans walked his first time up. It'll be off the 5 column. And that's going to be a base hit to right. And yeah, we got to send him 95% chance. We would have sent him with a 40% chance probably with this lineup. Especially with Bailey coming up next, we would have sent him. But anyway, 95% chance. You know what? We're gonna even send the trailing runner. Why not? It's not cut off. Duffy scores, and Evans will end up in scoring position. So Evans with an RBI single makes it 2-0 Boston. Bailey with a chance to extend the lead. And it's going to be out the 5 column, which isn't bad. And Bailey, a range check by Verizon. Gets in front of it. And he'll make the play over to Thornton for out number 3. But the Red Sox do push a run across on a RBI single by Evans and lead it 2-0 after 2.5. So that'll bring up Tom Verizon. Verizon 208 hitter with 20 runs batted in. Right back on the hill. And this will be a ground ball to short. Range check on Burleson. No worries here. He'll get in front of it. And make the play over to Kendall for out number 1. Top of the order, Dade up now. Doubled his first time up. time he'll fly out to Rice and left. Rice drifts over, makes the catch. So 2 quick outs in the Indians' third for Dwayne Kuiper. Dwayne Kuiper lined out his first time up. He'll get a good one to hit here, and this time he singles past Duffy. Evans quickly runs in and holds him to a single. So 2 outs and a runner on first for Bell, who grounded out his first time up. And that'll be a range check on Kendall. So I'm not worried about the error part. I'm just worried about the range part. See if he can get to it. 1 through 6, and won't get to it. And he does get to it. Oh, but he is gonna boot it. And it gets right between them. So Kendall Buckners it. And Kuiper moves up to second. So runners on first and second now. So tying runs are on for Andre Thornton, who struck out his first time up. And he'll ground out to Burleson, which should end the inning. Burleson's in front of it. And he'll make the play to end the inning over to Kendall. So the Indians cannot score take advantage of the error by Kendall. And it remains 2-0 after 3. As Mr. Brody doesn't even want to watch this game. I don't blame him. Mr. Brody can feel it coming. He's turned his back to it. So Bob Montgomery will lead it off here in the 4th inning. He singled his first time up. And this time he'll strike out looking for out number 1. 3rd K of the day for Clyde. Kendall up now. In a sacrifice bunt his first time up. Moving Montgomery over to second, where he was left. It's going to be out the 4 column. And Kendall will get himself a hit. So Kendall's on with a rear base hit. No. So 1 out base runner. Brings up Brohammer, who popped out his first time up. We'll get a good one to hit here. And Brohammer is going to give this one a ride. It's over Speed's head, and we're not gonna. No. Kendall will hold at third as Mr. Brody holds Kendall. Puts up a big stop sign there. So they'll put runners on second and third for Bowen. Almost tempted to squeeze here. See if he can get a ground out and score a run. We'll see. So here's the fly ball. Here's the windup and the pitch, and it's going to be Bowen struck out his first time up off the 4 column. And he'll strike out swinging again, so Bowen cannot get it done. Brings up Burleson. So it'll be up to Burleson if the Red Sox will get on the board here. And it's going to be off of his 1-1 column. Not much happening there as he flies out to Speed. So the Red Sox leave 2 runners in scoring position, but lead it 2-0 after 3.5. Right back on the hill. Carbo leads it off. It'll be Carbo, Alexander, and Speed up for the Indians. Carbo grounded out his first time up. And a little ground ball over to Kendall at first. And he flips the right covering for the first out of the 4th. Alexander now doubled his first time up, but was left there. And this time he'll line out to Brohammer. Makes a catch right near the line for out number 2. Speed up now. Struck out his first time up. And this time he'll get a base hit just past Brohammer. Into left field as Rice throws it in. So Rice, Speed definitely has some speed. Cox up now. And he's grounded out his first time up. This time he'll draw a walk, so the Indians have a little 2-out rally going. Runners on first and second with 2 down for Verizon, who grounded out his first time up. And he'll line out to Brohammer, snags it for the out to end the inning. So the Indians cannot score, and after 4 full, it's 2-0 Red Sox. Duffy up now, he's 1 for 2 on the day. Make that 2 for 2 as he lines a single up the middle, just past Verizon. Speed picks it up and throws it back in. Well, we might want to try it here. We're going to try it here. See if we can get a jump. About as good as it's going to get for Duffy. Nope. Cannot get the lead, so we're not going to attempt it. Rice up now. He's 1 for 2 with a double. Came around the score on the error by Cox. All in the same play. And Rice will get a single up the middle. Nobody out. We'll hold Duffy at second. So runners on Red Sox have something going here in the 5th. Runners on first and second, trying to add to the 2-0 lead. Evans up now. He's 1 for 1 with a single and an RBI. Also walked. And Evans will line a single just past Bell. And we're going to send Duffy home. It's 85% chance. Hold the runners. And Evans will score. Duffy will score on the RBI single by Evans. So it's 3-0 now. So the Red Sox definitely managing more offense than I thought they would today. So Bob Bailey up now with runners on first and second and nobody out. Can Bob Bailey deliver? So far he's struck out in the first and grounded out in the third. Not the column we want for Bailey, but at 7, we can get a 7. No. He ground out the third. Over to second horn, back to first. So Bailey hits into the fielder's choice. So I put runners at the corners with a 1 down. For Bob Montgomery, 1 for 2. And I cannot believe it. Montgomery gives this one a ride. This one's going to go into the outfield. Horse and speed collide, and Monty's going to have himself a triple. Unbelievable. So Monty has his second hit of the day, and even more surprising, it's a triple, knocking in 2. Wow, so the Red Sox getting some offense from some of the strangest places today. They now lead at 5-0. Unbelievable. The Red Sox needed this, and hopefully they can go to 5-0. Now lead at 5-0. So Kendall up now. He's 1 for 1 with a single and a sacrifice bunt. And Kendall is going to get himself his second hit of the day. Oh my goodness. The Red Sox now with 11 hits on the day. Offense coming out of nowhere. So Brohammer up now. He's 1 for 2 with a doubled his last time up. Still only 1 down. And he'll line up to Kuiper as Kendall gets back for out number 2. Sam Bowen up now, a strikeout victim both times he's been up. And he flies out to speed for out number 3. The Red Sox are able to plate 4, highlighted by a 2-run triple by Bob Montgomery. Yes, Bob Montgomery. Now lead at 6-0 after 4.5 halfway through. So right now with a commanding lead. Dade up now. He's 1 for 2, double back in the first. He's going to ground out to Burleson. He'll get in front of it. And he'll make the play over to Kendall for out number 1 in the 5th. Kuiper up now, 1 for 2. And he flies out to Bowen, who's under it and makes the catch. So 2 down now in the Cleveland fifth. Brings up Buddy Bell, reached on an error his last time up, 0 for 2. For the range check for Burleson. Gets in front of it. He will make the play to end the inning. So the Indians go 1-2-3 in the fifth and trail at 6-0 after 5 full. A pleasant surprise for the Red Sox offense in this game. It's top of the order. Burleson will lead it off in the sixth. Burleson 0 for 3 on the day. And he gets into the hit parade as he gets a single up the middle. Red Sox now have 12 hits on the day. Frank Duffy up now. He's 2 for 3 with a double and a single. And this time he'll strike out looking now. I think we might try a steal with Burleson here. Why not? So Rice up now with a 1 down in the Red Sox 6th inning. He will try to get a jump here. 85% chance if he can get a jump. He cannot, so only 35% chance, but he will not try. So Rice up now. Doubled and scored in the first. And singled back in the fifth. See what we can do here. And he's going to ground one to Kuiper. Gets in front of it. Could be 2. See if we can turn 2 here. Toss to second for 1. And there's no throw to first. So Rice will reach on the fielder's choice. So 2 down and runner on first for Evans. He's had a pair of RBI singles in the second and in the fifth, as an also walk. Evans batting DH today. And he's going to hit one to the left. See if Cox can make the play here. And he cannot. Just barely cannot get to it. Drops right in front of him. Quickly throws it in. Rice holds at second. So runners on first and second for Bob Bailey. Can Bailey deliver now? Be nice if we can get off of his 2 column. Well, there's a possibility here on the 4 column with Clyde. Clyde is a 3 range. Let's see if Bailey can get on here. Oh, it's going to be an error by Clyde, so Bailey will reach on the error. And throw pulls Thornton off the bag, so that will load the bases. 2 down for the hot hitter today. Bob Montgomery had himself a 2-run triple. Also singled back in the second. Clyde looks in for the sign from Alexander. Here's the windup in the pitch to Montgomery, and oh, he's going to get a chance to do something here. Nope. As he gets under one and flies out to Cox and left to end the inning. So Monty leaves the bases loaded this time. And after 5.5, the Red Sox lead is still 6-0. Right up to 71 pitches now in the 6th. Through 5 innings. He'll at least get through 6, hopefully, possibly 7. And here's the pitch to Thornton, who's 0 for 2 on the day. Oh, and Burleson snow cones it. Makes the catch. For out number 1. Carbo up now. He's grounded out twice. And he'll get a base hit past Kendall. Not a hard thing to do. So 1 on and 1 out for Alexander. 1 for 2 of the double. And he'll hit one to Burleson. Line drive right to him. Makes the catch. Carbo back to first. So 2 down now for Horace Speed. 1 for 2. And Oh, Evans is still in right, so Evans should make this play. That's in front of it. And he will make the catch for out number 3. So Wright has held the Indians scoreless through 6 as we head to the 7th. It's a 6-0 Red Sox lead. Kendall will lead it off. Kendall has had a good day today. He's 2 for 2 with a sacrifice bunt and an RBI. So having a banner day at the plate for him. And this time he'll go round out to Thornton. One Hopper takes it himself for out number 1. Gotta bring up Brohammer now. He's 1 for 3 with a double. And he'll ground out to Thornton. Trots to the bag himself. So 2 out in the Red Sox 7th. As Mr. Brody has got the 7th inning stretch question. Sam Bowen up now, 0 for 3. And Bowen gets into the hit parade. And he'll get himself a single. First hit of the season. I don't think he had a stolen base, did he? No. Alright, so 2 outs and Bowen at first for Burleson. Singled his last time up, 1 for 4 on the day. And he strikes out swing to end the inning. So let's check out the 7th inning stretch question here. Alright. So in 1974, why were the Texas Rangers awarded a forfeit victory over the Cleveland Indians? I'm going to say there was an issue with the stadium. They had a lighting issue or something like that. I don't know. That's just a stretch guess there. Alright, lock in your answers. I'm sure this is going to be an interesting question there. Fan riot. I think that's what it says. So there was a fan riot in Cleveland. Not likely to be a riot here as the Indians have put the fans to sleep today with their not able to score a run against Wright. So a fan riot. Texas where Rangers were awarded a forfeit victory in 1974. Interesting. Thank you, Mr. Brody and Miss Maggs, for that question. So Ted Cox up now. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. And it's going to be Johnny Grubb pinch hitting. Grubb at 280, hitter with 7 homers and 30 runs batted in. He started in the first game of the doubleheader. He's going to get a good pitch day here. So Grubb comes off the bench and gets a walk off Wright. First walk of the day allowed by Wright. So Verizon up now. He's 0 for 2 on the day. And this will be a fly ball to Evans and Wright. He's under it. And he'll make the catch for out number 1. As Grubb heads back to first. There's some final scores there, or some other scores from around the league, which we've already mentioned in the first game of the doubleheader. So Dade up now with a runner on first and 1 down. 1 for 3, double back in the first. And he'll strike out. Wright's 3rd K of the day. Right up to 98 pitches now. It's likely to be his last inning. So that'll bring up Kuiper with 2 outs and a runner on first. He's 1 for 3 with a single. And he'll line out to Brohammer at 3rd to end the inning. So Wright has held the Indians in check through 7, and it's 6-0. Going into the 8th. Clyde back out there still. Let's just make sure that Even managed by the computer. Okay. One thing about Strat-o-matic is they tend to leave their starters in for quite a bit, even if they're not being effective. So Duffy up now. He's 2 for 4. Has a double and a single. And he'll get his 3rd hit of the day, so Duffy with a 3-hit day. Leads it off in here in the 8th. Rice up now. Do we want to try to steal with him? Yeah, let's try to steal again with Duffy. See if we can get a jump here. Oops. No. Not a hit and run. See if we can get a jump here. Nope, cannot again. Surprisingly. As both of these guys, he's a +2 and he's a +2, so let's try again. Let's see if we can get a jump. No, still 1 for 6. So Rice will hit away, 2 for 4 with a double. And Rice strikes out swinging. So 1 down in the 8th. Get a jump again. Nope, still 1 for 6. So Evans up now, having a great day batting cleanup today. He's 3 for 3, couple of 3 singles, and 2 runs batted and is also walked. So Evans a perfect day at the plate today so far. And he'll continue that with his 4th hit of the day. I'll hold Duffy at 2nd. So Evans with a 4 for 4 day. Red Sox pounded out 16 hits today. So Bob Bailey up now. He's one of the only Red Sox hitters without a hit today. Struck out in the 1st, grounded out in the 3rd, and into a force play in the 5th, and reached on an error by Clyde in the 6th. Can the Red Sox complete the perfect storm and get Bob Bailey on base with a hit? Here's the windup in the pitch by Clyde. This could happen here. Oh no, of course not. Bailey strikes out. So even on a day when all the Red Sox bench players are getting hits and getting on base, and Bob Bailey, the only way he can get on is on an error. So Bailey being inept as usual. So that'll bring up Montgomery, one of the Red Sox hot hitters of the day. He's 2 for 4, 2-run triple back in the 5th. Montgomery with a chance to add to his RBI total. Already has more RBIs than he did in the whole season. Oh, I almost thought he was going to get his 2nd triple of the day, but Montgomery is going to get a double, and we're going to send the lead runner home. And Montgomery with a 2-run double now, so Montgomery is a home run away from the cycle. Unbelievable. Montgomery having a career day today, and a rare start for him. It's now 8-0 Red Sox. Wow. And I'm going to stop right here now and give Bob Montgomery the player of the game. He has 4 runs batted in and a single, double, and a triple. So Fred Kendall up now. He may get another at bat if the Red Sox can bat around. Although there is 2 out here in the inning, but you never know. So Fred Kendall also having a career day. He's got himself a couple of singles and an RBI. That would be a career day. And finally a pitching change, as Paul Russell will come in. He pitched in the first game of the doubleheader. So Russell comes in with a 1-1 record. I believe he got the loss in the last game in extra innings, as he surrendered the... No, he didn't surrender. I think it was Kern that surrendered the home run, but Russell get the loss, I think, because he allowed the go-ahead run, which proved to be the winning run on base. Top of the 10th, I think. So Fred Kendall is up to 240 with 3 runs batted in. Russell 1-1 with a 2.89 ERA. 19 innings pitched, 21 hits allowed, 4 walks and 10 strikeouts. Has not surrendered a home run. Kendall lines out. So Montgomery is stranded at 2nd. But he does get an RBI, a 2-run double. The Red Sox now lead by 8. I think we're going to leave Wright in there. Bell will lead it off. 0 for 3 on the day. And he'll get a single up the middle. So leadoff single for Bell. Brings up Thornton, also 0 for 3 on the day. And he's going to draw a walk. So Montgomery's showing signs of weakness here. Wright. I think he's tiring now, so Zim comes out, and I think that's going to be it for Jim Wright. Yep, looks like they're going to pull him. And who are we going to bring in today? Let's see. With an 8-0 lead, I think it's safe enough we can bring in Stanley. You never know, though. So Stanley is going to come in with the Red Sox up by 8. Runners on first and second, responsibility of Wright. So now we've gone from right to wrong with Stanley. So Stanley with a 2-2 record, 12 saves, 3.29 ERA, 63 hits allowed, 70 hits. 63 innings pitched, 70 hits, 16 walks and 20 strikeouts, and has surrendered 3 homers. So Carbo will face Stanley now. Carbo 1 for 3 on the day, singled up right in the 6th. And this could be 2. He grounds to Duffy, over to second for 1, back to first. And the Red Sox perform a double play as Carbo hits into a twin killing. Bell moves over to third now with 2 outs. Alexander up now, 1 for 3 on the day. And unbelievably, Stanley gets out of the inning. So as Burleson makes the catch on the lineup. And nothing doing for Cleveland in the 8th, and it remains 8-0 Boston. Brohammer leads it off. Brohammer 1 for 4 with a double. It's going to be a range check on Kuiper. Second. And he's going to get himself a hit as it gets past. Okay, it's going to get past Kuiper. Or did he? Let's see what happens here. Snags it short right field. And he throws to the pitcher covering and throws late as Brohammer beats it out. So Brohammer on to lead it off in the Red Sox 9th. Bowen up now. Got a single back in the 7th. 1 for 4 on the day. And he'll ground out to Ruschel. Goes to second for the force. Took 2 outs now. As Bowen reaches on the fielder's choice. 1 out. Burleson up now, 1 for 5 on the day. And he'll line up to Verizor. 2 outs for Duffy. Duffy 3 for 5 on the day. A double and a couple of singles. And Duffy with his 4th hit of the day. Wow. And we'll hold Bowen. That'll bring up Jim Rice with 2 down. Rice 2 for 5 with a double. And he lines out to Verizon to end the inning. So we'll head to the bottom of the 9th. Stanley back on the hill as the Red Sox lead 8-0. It'll be bottom third of the order. Speed, Grubb, and Verizon. Speed 1 for 3 on the day. And he'll fly out to Bowen in center for the first out of the 9th. So to bring up Johnny Grubb, came on to pinch hit in the 7th and walked. And he'll get himself a single now. So the first hit Stanley's allowed. 1 out single to Grubb. Stanley looks the runner back. And it looks like Jim Norris is going to pinch hit for Verizon. Norris comes in hitting .323 with 9 runs batted in. And Norris is going to get himself a double. And they're going to hold Grubb at third, down by 8. So runners on second and third with a 1 down for Dade. Dade 1 for 4 with a double on the day. And all of a sudden, Stanley, the wheels start to come off of him. As Dade gets himself a 2-run single, it's now 8-2. So nothing easy for the Red Sox and Stanley. We have some runs to play with, so we'll give him a chance here. And he lines out to Burleson for out number 2. So it brings up Bell. 1 for 4 with a single. And this should do it as he grounds out to Burleson, fires over to Kendall, and that'll do it as the Red Sox defeat the Indians 8-2. So the Red Sox now have won 5 games in a row and will go for 6 in a row heading into the All-Star break tomorrow. Well, after tomorrow's game. So Clyde gets the loss, falls to 0-2, 7 2/3 innings, 17 hits allowed. Wow. 8 hits, 7 of them earned, 1 walk and 8 strikeouts. Jim Wright with the win, improves to 7-3. 6 hits allowed, no runs. 3 walks and 3 strikeouts. So a fine performance by Wright. Could give him player of the game, but I think we're going to give it to Bob Montgomery. Yeah, we'll give it to Montgomery. We'll give him co-players of the game, Wright and Montgomery. Could also give Evans, as Evans went 4 for 4. But Montgomery was a home run away from the cycle. Triple, double, and a single. 3 for 5 with a run scored and 4 runs batted in. Montgomery hitting a whopping .6.358 on the season. And the only person on the Red Sox without a hit was Bob Bailey. So way to go, Bailey, as he managed to be the only Red Sox. He did score a run though, so only Red Sox without a hit. Even Sam Bone got a hit. So Red Sox pounded out 19 hits. So that shows you Bailey's ineptitude right there. Not even get a hit on a day when everybody was hitting. Oh, man. For the Indians, Dade with 2 hits and 2 RBIs. And that's about it for the Indians. They've got a few other singles there, but not much else for production. So, thank you for joining me. Let's check out the standings here as we head into Sunday. The Red Sox, with the win now, are tied for first with the Milwaukee Brewers. So the Red Sox can at least remain tied with a win tomorrow, or at least remain tied for first. And if they can get a win and a Milwaukee loss, then they can vault into first place once again at the All-Star break. Yankees are 3.5 games behind, Baltimore 5. In the West, Kansas City with a 1.5 lead over Texas and 3 games over California. So let's check out our starters for tomorrow. A little preview here. Oh, Milwaukee loses to the Yankees, so if the Red Sox will at least be guaranteed, well, they got pounded by the Yankees 16-7. So the Red Sox will at least remain in a tie for first place, but if they can get there, I want to say, I think they're going to go for their 6th win in a row. Let's see who's on the mound. Oh no! But the Red Sox have a task ahead of them as Alan Ripley is going to get the start for the Red Sox. Oh my God, we're definitely going to need a miracle. Today's win will be nothing compared to tomorrow if we can win. That will be the miracle of miracles. But thankfully the Red Sox have all of their regulars back in, except for Hobson, who's still out. So we'll see, as the Red Sox have a tall task ahead of them, going for, I believe, 6 wins in a row. And Alan Ripley, believe it or not, pitching. So stay tuned for that one, as we're going to get right into that one after this. So thank you for joining us. It's been Eric from High Ground Gaming, my co-host, Mr. Brody. Take care and God bless. Bye-bye now.